Hello and welcome back to the next episode. We are going to continue exactly where we left off last time, and we have to solve our mission control crisis that we are currently in. And for that purpose, I have been looking around and I made a decision that we are going for the Siberian independence movement. What will that do? We are going to get Siberia as claims for Irkutsk, Petropavlovsk, Norilsk, Vladivostok, Yakutsk, and Novosibirsk, which is basically the whole east here. So we are going to see Vladivostok, Yakutsk, Petropavlovsk, Irkutsk, and Norilsk here. All of them will be claims for Siberia, and we are going to release it. So mostly these states currently are on a status of colony, which therefore will be then removed. And that's exactly what we are going to... what is the purpose of that? Because then we can build more mission control later on in these provinces, hopefully. But first of all, we are getting rid of the colony status, and then we can merge it back into Russia again later on, and we can boost a little bit of mission control in these provinces that we are going to release there. So, however, we want this global tech first to at least try to get it. So this will be like in March, so 3 or 4 mission phases from now, depending on how much we can save on the global tech to win it, if we can at all. Of course, we are going to get some mission control here from the European Union. That's good, and we are going to get some from the conquests we are doing here in the south. But there's really not that much that we can do otherwise here. Except for building the new bases that we discussed. And also I just noticed that I forgot to build the Mercury bases. Yeah, that's something we need to do now. So basically we are going to progress here. There isn't that much going on here. I think the next fight we are going to see is in... yeah, that's here on Mars in April. Yeah, exactly. And then we see something here in the autumn. But nothing too scary. So all is good. And let's just move forward here, try to solve this, get the bases on Mercury going, and hopefully we can, yeah, get out of this mess here. Okay, we have finished our faction quest, means to an end. Where others see threat, we only see opportunity. There's no doubt that these aliens have access to resources and technologies we can only dream of. So our foremost goal must be to be the acquisition of such wonders for ourselves. Achieving this is far from simple, but after extensive strategizing a path is clear, though it is necessarily a somewhat indirect one. So we have got a new org, the Ferricide deployment team. And let's see, there we go.
Humanity through this difficult time. No one has the talent, vision, or resources that we do.
This has been one of the most contentious and difficult decisions our board has ever faced, and the debates have been long and intense. The alien invasion is, paradoxically, the simpler of the two problems. The aliens clearly intend to conquer the Earth and dominate humanity. Why they want this is a valid question, but ultimately a secondary one. This board is not willing to concede authority over our world. As such, we must come to an understanding of the alien plans and stop them. Doing so will be difficult, but not impossible. But it's also a secondary concern. It is what must be done, therefore we will devote all our resources towards it. The far more contentious issue is the problem of domestic discord. Multiple factions have coalesced in response to the alien arrival, and political maps around Earth are being redrawn along pro-alien versus anti-alien lines. Yeah, America's a problem. To further complicate the matter, we have breakaway factions agitating for widely incompatible goals such as peaceful coexistence and wholesale evacuation. Clearly, should the population of Earth continue to fight amongst themselves, alien victory is assured. As such, our second objective, running in parallel to the first, must be to unite human, governmental, and private resources behind our council and broader organization. In an ideal world, we would of course prefer to do this in a cooperative manner, but it seems highly unlikely that the various other factions will recognize our authority. As such, it may be necessary to compel their obedience. The alien methods of influence may be of assistance in this matter. Okay, now we are going to go into hydro containment because that's another goal we need to do. And now we have a lot of control points available actually. By the way, we lost the race for magnetic force manipulation. So surprising. We are still leading here. That's good. I think that's also enough to finish this one. We are not going to push great nations at all. As we can see, nobody is investing here at all. Except us. So, we are going temporarily push common cause here to get another 10. Yeah, Romania's almost done. As you can see, we have a mission control problem which is only getting worse currently. And that's due to the fact that some ships have been finishing up. And also the 2 stations in around Earth are finishing up. Which also cost us some MC. If I understood it correctly. Something was costing us more MC when it was finishing up, so... but we got at least 1 control point here already. And now a second one. Perfect. And now we are again in the green here. But we still have 4 ships finishing up, which need to be addressed here. And of course we are going to push everything we have here now into mission control. And the big question actually is now, do we want to continue purging here? We do have the control points to do this. And I'm definitely considering to put everything we can. First of all, we are going to cancel the rivalry here now. So, also with the Nordic Union, there we go. And then we make an alliance soon. Just to defend each other further. And then we can also call in the European Union for our unification wars here. Yeah, now this mission phase. Actually, we are going to continue here. So let's weaken the protect. This one is... Let's weaken the protectorate further here. So we are going to take this one as soon as we can.
Targeting the opposition.
Ready.
Can you purge humanity first? No. Way too weak here.
Acknowledged.
So basically... he's going to continue advising
Offering
here.
counsel.
Even though we have to go to ground with our councillors relatively soon. And we have to do unrest mission here again because we are going to get unrest here from the annexation. And now I forgot something. So actually we are not going to do the unrest mission. Instead we are going to do the national policy here. Because we finished the Siberian thing. So we are going to release the whole batch of provinces here, which are Siberia. So let's do this. We're going to lose quite some population from this. It will also cost us quite some control points here. That's why I want to get the another 10 here. But that's going to be worth it. So let's do this and watch this. Oh, actually, there's a fight coming up on the 1st of April. So maybe we can finish before that because that's going to be a very simple fight. There we go. Romania is done. Yeah, 2 unrest that was expected. We do need to heal though. So yeah, we do need to heal a lot. So all armies go home. And then Bulgaria is next afterwards. And now we got 92 mission control again, which means we can set up another mining base here. So this one we are going to set it up as well. So we are going to immediately do a settlement hub here, outpost mining, and a solar collector, and everything else when the bases actually finish up. Ah, it was the mining modules that cost us the mission control. That was a problem. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have done the mining module here on this one now, but fine. We are actually not close to another mission control, right? No, not really. And here... Ah, this one is also finished. Yeah, we are dependent on the European Union here now for more mission control. And that's annoying. Heb accident. 9.8k money? No. A random mod. Okay. So we just lost 1 solar array here. That's it. Okay, fine. Not too worried about this one. 93, 92. I really need more stuff here. Okay, and that's the new stations which went online, and we see a jump in science output. Nice. It's just marginal, of course, because we only have the small modules.
He's more of a super villain, but he's still my
Ooh, advanced missile warfare. Nice. We don't really need it, but it's still okay. Oh no, it's 30k. Why would you pick that? Why would someone do this? Oh boy. So we have to push gas coefficient system. Oh, I completely forgot we got an orc. Oh, I was so distracted. Ooh, this one is detected by the alien. Okay, so we got an orc here, somewhere. Unassigned orcs here. Ferricide, 15 persuasion. What? Holy moly. So this person needs to get it. Control nation, purge, public campaign, control space asset. Wow. That's a strong one. Or alternatively, we give it to... this person, for example. Or this person here. Maybe we get rid of White Fang here. Yeah, we could replace these two. Or this one. But he already has too much admin, so we don't need... On the other hand, we could also restructure him, our rebel here. He still has one of these minor admin orcs. Actually, two of them. So we could replace this one with this one. And then we can remove some of the espionage orcs, actually. Yeah, that's going to be something. So I'm going to do this between episodes to find out what is actually the best approach here for what we want to do and what the best one is to do. Okay, now we are going to heal up our armies. Perfect, we are really having good luck here on the European Union. And now let's release. Italy immediately went out. That was to be expected, actually.
Policy direction complete.
So, we are going to... No, so it's grant independence. Siberia here. Yep. There we go. That's okay. So... Siberia now only consists of full cores. Perfect. And... we are going to push everything they have into mission control. Yeah, do we need to do anything else, actually? No, we don't. We can... 18th of August. Yeah, so we are going to peacefully reunite this one, most likely. I do think so, but we can only make one mission control here, actually. So it didn't get us that much, but it removed the colony status. So that's worth it long term. 25 million. So actually, we are going to do something like this here. A little bit of economy, a bit welfare, a bit knowledge, just to counteract the economy side effects. And then we push heavily into mission control while we can. And then we can see if we can maybe push economy high enough to get even more mission control. Now the question is now... really? We lost all the progress we had here on the mining one. That's annoying. So we lost like 500 progress or 400 progress for whatever. It's a big dislike here. But fine. Yeah. But it would have taken at least another 1.5 years until the Irkutsk mining thing would have finished. So that's unfortunate as well. Oh no, wait a second. The Irkutsk one has been moved over here. Interesting. So we actually could finish this one. Yeah, we can probably finish the Irkutsk one while we build up this one for the merge again. So we have to wait until August to federate and then half a year until we can unify again. So basically in 1 year we can get this back up into the Union, which means that we have about 120 points. That would be... yeah, that probably it works out roughly because we only have like 6 months here for mission control. And then this one. Yeah, that's perfect. I like it. And now let's purge this one here. Oh, common course is done. Nice. And we are going to do 1 management research here. And we are going to push gas core fission system now. October 28. Okay, more ships coming here. And join Mars. Ooh, yeah, we are still above cap now. Come on. Get me that other... yep. Weddell station is done. Yeah, it's also... we need to manage that as well. Come on. Let's finish this mission phase here. There we go. Another one for the initiative here. So basically we are going to continue like this. So now we are barely positive again. But I think we are going to take the other two as well. Oh, we can't. Ooh. It's all that we can afford right now. Interesting. So... you need to go home actually. Yeah, we need more mission control here. Urgently. But well, so we are going to continue onwards here. Now we have Siberia developing on its own. We have our Eurasian Union developing on its own. The good thing is that we basically have plus 10 investment points available here from Siberia now, which can move into mission control and improving this. And now we have still basically the same investment points here in the Eurasian Union, but we also have a little bit more science than when we were united here because of the how colonies and everything works. And of course our Nordic Federation is awesome. Okay, let's jump forward here because there's a little bit of a space fight coming up, a small one, and also we just want to push global tech a bit. Okay, we have finished gas core fission system, which we don't need. But we can pick a global tech now. And yeah. So the question is, what do we want to do? If we want to get to proper science and nanofactories in space, we do have the advanced atomic manipulation. I think that's necessary for everything we want to do. Either quantum computing or not. So we do need advanced atomic manipulation, industrialization. Yeah. So I think this is only feasible option here, even though it's 10k. So there are other things we really would like to do. Superconductors is necessary to get to supercapacitors. We want to get to diamondoids for better armor so that we finally have armor. We could also get to fission drives because we have a decent fission income. We need militarization of space for the marine assault units, even though we lack MC, so that's not really an option currently. Cybernetics for our counselors would be nice. Industrialization of space is something we need anyway for the construction module and the nanofactory. But I do think that advanced atomic manipulation opens up quantum computing and nanofactory. So, I mean, we need anyway all, but this also opens up quantum batteries, which is nice, something for our ships. So I do think we are going to pick this one. The big problem now is that neither advanced missile warfare is useful, neither is Great Nations for us right now. And they all have a lot of science left, so we are really stuck here currently. We can continue on our projects here, so alien containment is nice. Administration node is something I'm doing for the incomes and the control point bonuses, so that we can continue on that front. Yeah, but basically we are somewhat boxed in currently. Cobalt dust radiator, no, that's too noble heavy. Alien technology also needs to be done. Railguns needs to be done. Operations center needs to be done, but without the nanofactory we are really, really stuck here for a long time. So yeah. The big question now is how do we spread out our science? I do want to finish alien containment, because the next time we see an alien we can then finish that quest that we get from it to capture one. But is it worth delaying advanced atomic manipulation for this? I don't think so. So I think we can delay this one. I mean, it will anyway finish in a few months, so it's not really massive. We still make 25 per day, that's a lot. And we do have plus almost 300% here, so that's really awesome. But pushing 40 into this global tech here is probably the right call. Meanwhile, we finish up Bulgaria here.
Surveillance complete.
That was Academy. I hope for a servant counselor. Well. We still lack mission control like crazy. Ooh, this one is done. Nice. Oh, we didn't make an outpost core yet. Ugh. We can't afford it currently. Yeah, we need to do this at a later point. Yeah. So we are really boxed in currently. Yeah, the administration node, I'm going to investigate where we can put that in between episodes. So we want to have that on our Earth orbitals, basically. Now the question, we maybe want to get some railguns. I do think so. So we want to have at least railguns and some lasers so that we have a mixture of everything in our fleets. So that we can have a decent chance against more than 3 ships from the aliens, basically. Even though the railguns itself are not really great. Yeah. Okay, come on, finish up this. Meanwhile, we are close to getting everything in the European Union here, so only 1 control point of the Protectorate is left. Cabo Verde. Nah, decline. And yeah, so we almost have the European Union as well. Which opens up...
Our people have taken control.
Ah yeah, Iceland, finally. And there's more stuff finishing up here. Yeah, nicely. Yeah, so basically... oh, we should fix Iceland though. We don't need to make boost here. We can do funding. Something like this. Meanwhile, we are almost finished with our control point. I mean, like halfway done in Siberia already. So that's really nice. And also our GDP is going up really fast here. And that's all nice, but there's not much room for more now. Oh, these countries either didn't get more. The United Arab Emirates is something on the agenda next, actually. Or actually Egypt. Yeah, maybe Egypt next. That's how much? 39. Basically 40 control points for 6 MC. And we weaken the servants. Yeah, that might be a good idea. After the European Union, we do Egypt actually, because it's also helpful with the Caliphate here. Can also take over this one here. And all, but we are losing these ones as soon as we take them. So probably this makes sense here. And we can of course continue expanding the European Union when we want to. There's still some stuff they can take. But in the end, we also want to get rid of, we want to push out Germany here. So we need at least 30 control points probably for Germany. Or rather East Germany. Yeah. At least 30. We wouldn't get MC from this right away, but we get more IC to... Or IP, not IC. IP to make MC, and that's our priority currently. It's not easy. And also we have a lot of alien fleets flying around here, as we can see here. They are all probably grouping up and flying towards Earth. Also we see these kind of unifications here with the shimming fortress station. So they might be building a larger fleet coming towards us. We also had a very interesting fight on Mars. So our... Oh no, it's gone. There was an alien ship here. Not sure where it went. We basically knocked it out so that it doesn't have any weapons left, but it was still evading us afterwards, so we couldn't shoot it down, but yeah, fine with me. Yeah, so basically, if only Russia to expand MC on. It's painful. Really painful. We also need to stop using the Nordic Federation for war, because we lost a lot of government score from this already. Because we want to get Nordic Federation to 10 democracy here, so that all of these other improvement categories fall out, basically, so that we only have economy and welfare left, so that we can boost up GDP here. Maybe some funding alongside that, as soon as we have... Well, actually we can do a little bit of funding here. Like this 10%, that's fine. We do get 0.01 per point in government. And we still lack 60 roughly. Nah, 62. So we need to invest 62 points here in government to get to 10. That will take a while, but it's still probably going relatively fast. Ah yeah, funding was only influence. I wish we had more funding and we could make it somewhere. But we are really stuck on mission control here now. The good thing is that we have, of course, all these settlement cores upcoming here. So we can use them temporarily for research, and as soon as we have nanofactories and operation centers, we can then restructure our Mercury bases in this direction. We also have the Francis Drake base finally done, but we can't upgrade it either because we lack the control points. So we could also make something there. The Hudson base here already is finished. We have some materials left in here, but also 4 point defenses just in case that something shows up. And soon the settlement mining complex is finished and therefore providing us with 16 noble metals here. That's massive. And hopefully we can just keep it for a while. Let's check everything else here. India is getting decently developed by Exodus here. China is okay-ish, but they are building mostly army. So that's wasted, but it's in my interest so that they don't do much. And America, in my opinion, is getting... I don't know. It's a mixed bag what they are doing. So they have 10 mission control from here, which is really not a lot. And if we compare us to the other ones here... Wait a second, let's start with relations here. So they're at war with servants and protectorate by now. Interesting. Exodus is also at war with servants. That's really good. And servants are not at war with us, right? Ah, no, they are. Okay. Forget about it. Resistance has 25 projects. What did they do? That's more than we have. Wow. But they're also making minus 500 money now. Wow, that's a lot. So actually, what have they done to get that? So let's check. I know we have to go here actually. So resistance. Do we see project somewhere? I don't see it here. Ah, down here. He has 5, for example. Wow. Okay, they have really made a lot of them. But they're also doing the same as we do, basically putting down a lot of research stations now. But 35 projects is a lot. And how much do we have currently? Our council have grant 8 engineering projects. And a total of 100%. So we are exactly at 20 currently. I thought there were still some missing. So maybe we need to build some more. We can use our asteroids for this actually. So that might make sense here on the Hesperia to build some skunk works there. Push out even more. While we stay cheap here on Mercury because it costs us a lot of metal. So that would be wise, I guess. So basically as soon as these ones finish here, which is in the next episode, yeah, in 8 days, we can slap down a lot of science modules here, even though it's the poor ones. But we can do this. So then we have... Yeah, the question is, what do we want to make? Probably we want to make more... Oh, we're already at 52% from HEP modules here. So advanced atomic manipulation, we can't speed it up further. So actually we have to... like great nations here. We could push this one up. And this one as well a little bit. Probably makes sense. Yeah. So I think the social engineering here, social science, needs a boost. In general, we already have high bonuses on science output, even though we don't have the tier 2 science stations yet. But we have 80% on space, 95 on energy even. So it's really good. But we can't really speed this one up further because we are at the maximum HEP modules. We could see if we find orcs providing us with a bonus there. I think we have one in the unassigned pool. If I remember correctly. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I signed that already. I doubt that there will be one lying around here. No, it doesn't look like it. Nothing with science here right now. Fine. But still. Oh, by the way, we have pimped our Rebel Lewis here by giving him the Ferricide deployment team, which provides us with 30 points of stats in one orc. So now we're able to remove some of his orcs here. And we put also in the Xenon strategy, which we got at some point, which is another 3 persuasion and a lot of influence gain. So that's helpful here. So the combination of monetary fund, Ferricides, and these 3 are just crazy. And so we can still work towards getting rid of the Carthage financials here. But that would cost us 60 experience points, so we are not in a hurry here. And also we are at 24 persuasion now with this guy, so that's really nice. The question is, what do we need to add to him long term? Probably security, because we are only at 8, which is basically nothing. But we can, for example, add something like streetwise here. Yeah. National hero, also nice. But yeah, we definitely need to get him some security bonuses. For example, through orcs like this one here, or the protection services here. If we can at some point. Yeah, we have to see if we can find orcs with +2 protection, security, I mean, that we can then give to this person here. But first and foremost, we are going to invest our experience points here. And the other are also quite nice. I'm not investing my experience points currently because I want to save up a bit. What we also need to do soon is to actually improve our loyalties to prevent anyone being a spy for another faction. That's something we also need to do.
Ready for orders.
But we do have
Ready for
Lewis
your
here
orders.
now, who can do Inspire. And if I'm correct, Shika can also do Inspire. So we have 2 persons who can actually Inspire.
At
So we
your
just
service.
put someone like
Acknowledged.
Floris on advising here in our Eurasian Union for a while. And then we can work on improving loyalties in our councillors. So for example, if Shika would do this on Lewis here, yeah, 86%, then we could get this one up easily. And Philip can
Where to?
investigate our councillors for the actual loyalties. And I do think that not loyalty, but Lewis with his 19 can also do the same. So basically we have enough variation in our advisors now, or councillors here, to actually make investigate everyone and improve loyalties on everyone. Which means we are not running into a blind spot like we did in the last campaign that we played. And also on the long, very far horizon, if we get atomic manipulation done, this opens up quantum computing, which then would lead to quantum encryption, which would lead to the 6th counselor. But I'm not actually planning on getting that one anytime soon, because we don't need to. We are perfectly fine, and I think we can also actually stay at around like 500 control points here for a long time, because we are basically only interested in, well, Eurasian Union, Nordic Union, European Union, and the Caliphate as soon as we have unlocked it. And that should fit relatively nicely into 500 to 550 control points for a long time. Because even if we start annexing stuff here in European Union, this will only drive up the costs here, but not that strongly as compared to when we own them directly. So it's basically, we are going to shuffle some stuff around here. We are going to release Germany as said, and so that we can build like 20 MC here in Germany alone, and then we can fold it in 1 or 2 directions depending on what is recommendable here. And also we can at some point fold the Nordic Union probably into the European Union, just to basically free up control points, even though this one is currently only 48, not even 50, even though we are going to push economy here, so that will increase. But overall we are relatively cheap on control points compared to, for example, the America opening, which explodes in control point cap because it's run at almost 200 alone. Then you add Canada on top of it and Mexico to prepare everything here. This is so expensive. Of course, very powerful, but it's super expensive in the end. Yeah, and with that, I'm going to make a cut here. So in the next episode, we are going to push through 28 to 29, up to early 29 most likely. And we are going to fight through the battles that are going to come while we wait for global techs here basically, and push our control point cap and our MC cap further upwards. Well, leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.